What are the environmental impacts of energy production and use? It's a big question. Here are 3 examples. First, indoor cooking fires, burning wood, cause indoor air pollution that can take years off the lives of those most affected, particularly women who spend more time indoors near the fire. While such fires may seem romantic to many in the world's richest cities, they are in fact a serious threat to the health of the poorest few billion people on Earth who lack access to electricity and modern cooking fuels. Indoor cooking fires cause an estimated 1.5 million deaths per year due to respiratory diseases. Second, the use of fossil fuels, coal, gas, and oil cause climate change that will gradually but profoundly change the entire planet, impacting the lives of people around the world. And third, a mixture of pollutants from cars and other sources react in the atmosphere to form ozone. This acts as an oxidizer, think of bleach, that damages the lungs of people in big cities around the world, shortening their lives and reducing the productivity of common food crops. Of course, there are many more impacts, from oil leaking into streams from Nigerian pipelines, to oil and gas infrastructure in the fragile high Arctic. These impacts of energy use vary in many dimensions. The impact of air pollution, for example, affects only the residents of that individual home, whereas combustion of fossil fuels changes the climate for the whole planet for centuries to come. Also note that environment has 2 very different meanings. Toxic vapors that are released from construction materials may affect a building's internal environment and harm its occupants, but have negligible consequences for the natural world, whereas a pipeline cutting across the Arctic tundra may harm caribou in their natural environment, but have negligible consequences for people. Yet both problems are discussed and regulated as environmental hazards. If you ask, what is the biggest way that energy use now impacts human health, the answer would certainly be air pollution. Indoor air pollution amongst the poorest few billion would be a major contributor. If instead you ask, what is the biggest way in which energy use alters the natural world, the answer would be climate change, along with the landscape impacts of energy extraction. There is no objective right answer about what is more important. But without some clarity about the question, one cannot get to meaningful answers about the magnitude of the environmental impacts of energy. Try to keep track of these different meanings of environment when you work on these topics.